Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're fine. Welcome to the channel with Jar of Talents. So, in today's video, we are going to look at a very important problem from the chapter Polynomials. So, we are going to do a problem from the factorization of polynomials, but it would be very important. So, it's from the class 9. So without delay, let's get into the problem and see how we can solve the problem very easily. So here comes our question. In this question, we have to factorize x cubed minus 23x squared plus 142x minus 120. So this is the question that we have. So actually, if you observe this, here we have 4 terms. So 4 terms factorization is a bit difficult than that of only 2 terms. So let's see how we can do. So first of all, let's consider that p of x is equal to this term x squared. It's not plus, it's minus 23x squared plus 142x minus 120. So we consider p of x like this. So actually we have to take the factors of this final term. So what is it? It's minus 120. But not only the final term, actually if there is any other term without any variable, then we should multiply that. So here we have only minus 120. So let's factorize that. So what could it be? Let's do the prime factorization for that and we will see what could be the factors of it. So it's 120. Let's consider it as 120. First I'm doing it by 2. 2 6 are 60. So then we have again 2, 3, 0. And again I'm gonna take again 2. So we are left with 15. So 15 we can take it as 5, 3 and 3 1s are. So this is what we get from here. These are just the factors. So let's write them over here. So some of the factors that we get would be, so first we should write it as plus or minus 1. That is the first one. Then we get plus or minus 2. So you might be wondering, why are we writing plus or minus? So minus 2 into minus 2, what is it? It's 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 is 4, whereas plus 2 into plus 2 is 4 as well. So it can be plus or minus. So in this term also, as minus 120, we will be getting that. That's the reason that we are writing plus or minus, and then plus 3 plus or minus 4, and we can have plus or minus 5. Plus or minus 6, plus or minus 8, plus or minus 10, and then what else we get? Plus or minus 12, and then plus or minus 15. So I'm only writing some of them. There might be many factors of this term. Write as many as you can. So the first step is to remember is to just write the factors of the term, and remember to write plus or minus. As I have said right now, it could be either of them. So these are some of the factors. So these might not be all the factors. So if there are not all the factors over here, I want you to let me know the other factors of minus 120 in the comment section below. So let's see what we can do further in the next step now. So first, let's try to take we should first do the trial and error method of here. So first, let's take the value p of 1 and let's try to do it. So it would be, so what would it be? 1 cube minus 23 1 square. So you can take any of the factors from here. It could be plus as well as minus. So first we should see what would be the exact factor by this trial and error method, minus 120. So 1 cube minus 23 plus 142 minus 20, so it would become, so if you calculate this, you would be getting it as 0. Let's write 0. So P of 1 is a 0 of this term. So we can just write it as nothing but x minus 1 is a factor of this term, entire term. Okay, x minus 1 is a factor. So the next step what we have to do is to divide the terms. So because as we know that x minus 1 is a factor, we have to divide this term by x minus 1. So how to do this? By the process of long division. So we have already learned how to do long division before only in the previous exercises. So what is the term? X cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. So we have to do division, long division for it. You might by knowing how to do the long division, otherwise let's do it together. Do with me. So first we have the term x cube. So here we have x. So what should be multiplied with x so that we get x cube? That we have to write over here. So x cube into x would be nothing but x into x square is nothing but x cube. So we will write it x square, I wrote it above, and x cube should be this value, and then minus 1 into x square is minus x square. It's minus 1x square. So now we have to change the symbols for it. So it's plus, it becomes minus, it's minus, so it becomes plus. So then this term gets cancelled out, and minus 23x square plus 1 or plus x square would be just minus 22x square, and this term is as it is. So now again we should do the same process. So to get minus 22x square, what should be multiplied with x? So we get it as minus 22x, right? So minus 22x square x square, and this comes down plus 142x. So then again minus 22 into minus 22x into minus 1 is plus 22x. So again, as I've said you, the signs change, plus and minus, and these terms get cancelled. So we just remain with 142 minus 22, it would become just 120x. So again, if we take this term also below, minus 120, so you get it as, so what should be multiplied with x? Plus 120, right? So plus 120, and we get it as here plus 120 into minus 120, and here we get 120x as well. So they both get cancelled if we change terms, and so this, the remainder for us is 0, and this is the quotient. So we can represent it in the form as x minus 1. So we just took it as common, if you have to say precisely, into x square minus 22x plus 120. So this is the term that we got. So now we know that x minus 1 is a factor of this term. So we have to find other two factors. So we can do this by splitting the middle term method. So keep x minus 1 as it is before. So we can just write x square minus 22x plus 120 by splitting its middle term. So I'm just writing it as x square minus 12x minus 10x plus 120. and then we can more simplify it as x, we can take it as common, x minus 12, and then minus 10, we can take it as common over here again, and then we can write it as x minus 12. So we can again take it as common, so I'm just keeping a square bracket for it so that we can differentiate it easily. And then x minus 1 is one of the factors that we know, and here comes the other two factors. The other two factors will be for us x minus 12, it's common, and comes x minus 10. So this is how basically we do this types of sum. So the final answer would be, the factors of would be x minus 1 is one of it, and then x minus 12 is one of the factors. So we can just factorize it by just keeping multiplication symbol between them. It just becomes factorization. So these are the final terms that we get. So this is the process that we should be following to these types of sums. So if you like this video and if this video was helpful, give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Have a very great day.